Hey everybody, it's Brian Marks again, and here we go. Day one of the 15-day training series that I've produced for you guys, just especially for you guys on my list. Please hang on for the next 15 days and promise I'm going to show you a few bits and pieces that will absolutely boost your business. Now, if you're trying to build a business online, you absolutely need email software. So by that I mean you need a method of collecting emails and being able to send out messages to those people who are interested in whatever it is you have to offer. So I'm going to run you through all the various options. Now, if you actually Google email software, you'll get an absolute bunch of stuff coming up. I mean, there are just dozens and dozens of them. But I'm going to show you probably the best 5 or 6, the ones that I know that most marketers have used, will use, on a constant basis. Now, we'll start off with the one that I use the most, and that's Aweber. Now, I would say that probably, I don't know, I'm only guessing here, but maybe 70–80% of marketers use Aweber. When you go to the bottom of your email that somebody sends you, I mean, if you're like me, you'll be sent maybe half a dozen or a dozen or more a day at least from various people. And you know, if you go to the bottom of that email, you'll probably see that it is from Aweber. You know, most marketers will use Aweber. They just find it's the easiest one to use. And to be honest, if you're starting out, it probably is the easiest one to use. But anyhow, there are others. We have GetResponse. That's another very, very popular one with marketers and also for newbies starting as well. And then one that you may not have heard of, this is called Ptsender. And this is actually not a recent comer to the market. It's been there for quite a while, but it's used by a number of really top marketers. It's a little bit of a secret one, this one, and it's also free to start, you know, so it's definitely worth dipping your toes into. I've built a list with this one, and I'm very, very impressed with the open rates, so that's one to look at. The next one then, MailChimp, that's one you've probably heard people mention. It's probably not so user-friendly for, you know, if you're doing maybe some sort of business opportunity or home business, something like that. But, you know, I've heard people using it and getting results, so hey-ho, you know, you've got to try these things. SendLane, now we're into probably the slightly more complex ones, the ones that have maybe a bit more functionality, but obviously a little bit pricier as well, but you know, recommended and used by a lot of guys. Infusionsoft, this is one of the biggies. This is used by people with lists of maybe 100,000 plus. It's a lot more expensive, but has a lot more functionality. Don't recommend you start off with this one. It is quite pricey, but I mean, if you can afford it, great, you know. But yeah, wait till you get a huge list, then maybe this is one to look at and transfer some stuff over. Another one here to have a look at is SendGrid as well. This is another newer one that is doing very well, and a lot of people talk good things about. Haven't used it myself, can't say a lot about it, but the ones that I do recommend would probably be Aweber. That's probably the easiest one for you guys to get started with. It's fairly reasonable to start with, and it's just quite easy to learn. You know, GetResponse, once again, as said, is fairly easy for newbies as well to get into. Ptsender, I highly recommend it because you can start it for next to nothing and just test it out. So those are my recommendations. What I will do is I'll put a couple of links below this video, so if you want to follow up and just check out a couple of these, then by all means go ahead. Yeah, I'll be with you then tomorrow, and we'll talk again. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.